Well, welcome back to the DK Mindset. Today I'm going to be with Dominic, talking a little bit more about your story, how
I'm
you
Dominic, by the way.
and I'm Jeffrey, in case you guys haven't seen us before. But I mean, in this episode, what I want to talk about is your your story, like how you got so much into healing, like how I've seen how much work you put into like your mental health, like working out, and you always say that your body is the most important thing for you to take care of your mind. So I kind of want to go a little bit more about your
Go
story.
right ahead.
Yes.
So this is going to be very vulnerable because this is going to tap into childhood, and they're not skeletons in the closet because I started my healing journey um, at a very young age. And I think the more vulnerable you are with yourself and also with other people and those around you and those who you love or don't even know, it's a really good expression to let everyone know it's okay to be vulnerable. It's so we all have dark moments in our life. Some of us had amazing childhoods and some of us didn't. And some of us had amazing childhoods and we're still taken care of. Your adult life may be different than you wanted. And some of us had really dark childhood moments. Or maybe not the best, but we took that and turned it into something beautiful. And
Yeah.
that's what I think about myself. My childhood was not dark. And it's not dark. I would say, and my mom and I have a great relationship now, but I would say that my childhood was very interesting, um, in the sense that I was just the black sheep of my family. And I knew probably from 4 or 5 years old, I was like, where am I? And who are these people? Because I was extremely empathetic, like extremely full of like hugs and love and very nurturing. And I come from an extremely cold family where I think my mom has said, I love you once my whole life. And if they hug you, it's like a tap. So I think as a kid or a child, when you're growing up and basically like I was like the generational curse breaker.
And that is we're gonna get into like the questions, and that's something that I really love about you is that you are breaking, like the chains in the family, and that's something that I really admire. So when you look back at your childhood, what was the climate of like the emotional climate of your home? How did that shape your initial worldview?
Like I was just saying, the emotional climate of my home, like I just stated, was cold. So I was told I love you once by my mom. Um, I my sister's dad killed himself. My mom got pregnant. I would call him my sperm donor. And I actually think I thought he was dead up until I was almost 18. But he actually lived 10 minutes from me. And I had eight or nine other brothers and sisters. So my childhood was cold, not just from like a huggy, I love you standpoint, a lack of love, but my childhood was also cold and a little bit dark in the sense that I'm like this kid, like I don't belong anywhere. So my stepdad was very gracious to adopt me when I was 5. But I remember crying in court because I'm like, who is Anthony Petrillo or Petro? I don't, that's my real last name. So my middle name is Anthony. And on my birth certificate, it said Petro. So it's very confusing, I think, as a child. And when I look back to my mom, she was protecting me. But when you're a kid and you're really confused and your family already lacks empathy and love and like hugging or holding or like it's rubbing your back, it's even a darker, colder place.
And at what time did you realize maybe that the experiences you were having, they were not like what people call like normal or healthy?
Probably anywhere from the age of like 5 to 8. I think that was when I felt it's like we call it a black sheep, but it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is going off a tangent, but before we even like you're assigned to come to this earth. And like you pick your parents, you pick your situation. I have read a lot of books on this, right? And you're placed it for a purpose. So I was placed in there for a reason, and part of it was probably to go through all of those experiences, which I feel as for a kid were really painful, but also so that way I could do all the healing work to then help teach and heal other people. Because the more that you heal yourself and love yourself, the more you raise your vibration so that everyone else around you, friends, family, partner, feels that love and vibration, and then we all lift each other up.
And how do your childhood environment force you to adapt to create like a survival skill? Do you think like that childhood gave you like, I don't know, like
Yeah, I never felt safe.
yeah.
So no one, I had to do everything myself. I mean, even ordering going to prom when I was 15, like I had to order and pay for the flowers and pick them up. I was very independent. I mean, I worked since I was 10 years old because I was so ambitious. It was probably like a survival mechanism, like wanting to make my own money. And also I grew up in a family where asking for like a pair of shoes or every time we went back to school shopping before September, it was so exhausting to me because all my mom did the whole time was complain about money. And it's like so I felt guilt and shame around money, which really fucked me up. Because money is energy. So when you feel that way, and going into your adulthood, unless you can heal money pain or trauma, and if you don't, you're gonna go right back into the same cycles because that's what I was taught as a kid.
It's kind of like a trauma. So when you're like a kid and you're being told, "Oh no, this is expensive. Oh no, you cannot get this," I feel like you created like that. I want to be independent since you were like a
Yeah,
kid, and I don't want to ever have to deal with that. And that's something that we talked before. Like you're like, I don't never want to be in a position where I'm like, oh, I cannot fight this. You know, but you're like, I don't know. I feel like at least you build that ambition to,
yeah, it's a safety net.
yeah.
It's a safety net too. So I think it's part of the reason why I worked since I was 10. And also I am very ambitious and motivated and I couldn't wait to drive and I bought my car literally on my 16th birthday with cash. So I'm not upset that I worked since 10. That I didn't have like a normal childhood, I would say in that sense. But I didn't have a horrible childhood as far as like friends go. And it was very social, very loved. But when it came to my family, I was the black sheep and I felt very out of place.
Do you feel like that you had that survival mechanism that later on you feel like you had to unlearn, or do you feel like that
Yes.
mechanism is still?
Yeah, it's
How do
like
you heal that?
just going in, like we were just saying with money, because money to me growing up was like it was always stress. And that's all I heard. And it's like, so I thought that's what money is. So when you grow up and you think that and it's all you know, it's like ignorance in the world. You grow up and like you don't expand or open your heart or mind and look around you and see other people or religions or cultures or whatever it is, colors. You're just one narrow. So if you don't, once you start to expand and open up and um see a different side of it or a different side of a person or a different side of their religion or their culture, that's growth.
Yeah. And I mean, childhood trauma sometimes lives in the body of us as an adults, right? So where do you start? Where do you first start seeing the ripples of your childhood appearing in your adult life?
What was it?
So like the traumas, often like when you live as a kid, they grow into your relationships as adults.
Yeah.
So when do you start realizing that or seeing the ripples of your childhood trauma appearing in your
I
adult
don't think
life?
it's that you see it. I think it's you for me, I realized I don't want to feel this way. I was 17 or 18 years old and I don't want to feel not loved. I don't want to feel stressed about money. I don't want to feel I don't want to feel cold and it felt like darkness there. And it definitely comes into your personal relationships, your romantic relationships, anything in your life it can come into, like your career. Like if you don't heal that trauma, it's gonna come out in different ways. So it's getting to the root of it. And for a while, our society here was let's just put somebody on an antidepressant. And it's, somebody has their little clipboard. That's not healing.
And when someone is like so like always alert and in survival mode, do you think that made you like I don't know if it's like doubt or trust or like have like issues connecting with people or trusting people like in
Yes.
building relationship? Like how do you think that
Yeah, of
affecting how
course you
you
don't
get out of
trust
it.
you if you grow up and with that type of like trauma or not trusting anyone and kind of fending for yourself and feeling like a black sheep, you learn just to kind of hold to protect yourself.
And the problem also, I mean, it's not a problem actually. Something that uh we both share is that we're both really. I don't think the word is innocent. I guess you have trauma, I have trauma. That we trust also people too much. Like we have this thing in common that is a good
We
and
used
bad.
to.
Yeah,
So
we
I
used
don't
to.
anymore. So
Yeah.
I agree with that statement before. I don't let a lot of people into my life. I used to have I have so many acquaintances and I love so many people in our sphere of our house and just around me. I might like can have someone from a distance, but close to me energetically. No, I'm done. I've been there. I used to have so many different energies all around me, and I think that that may have come from childhood too, from my end, and like the trauma of not feeling loved and letting all this different energy into me. And now it's like, no, no, no.
It's like I feel like it's I don't. It comes from trauma. I feel the same. Like wanting to get that love from other people, like trusting all these people. And we've talked a lot about having a smaller circle than like a big circle with so
Yeah.
many people because that energy affects you, and that's something that we are getting really good at. So what maybe you can explain to people like I don't know, like what is how it makes a big difference to better have a small circle with like people you trust and trying to be loved by everyone.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's I still have a ton of acquaintances. I love people from every culture, every background. If you it's that's how I was in high school too. That's why I was homecoming king because I was friends with every single group. It didn't matter. I didn't care. It's just I'm just a very open person, open-minded, open soul. But I think that back to like your question, when you have that many people around you all the time, you're escaping something because you constantly want noise and you constantly need attention and you constantly need to be next to someone. I hate being with people now. And you know why? Because I'm so centered and so sure of myself. And I did so much fucking work. And listen, I don't mean I love people. I really do. And I never shut up. But what I mean is, I'm very selective of my energy because now I'm at a point where I just want to be around energy that flows with my it's easy. We don't have to think. It's just all love. We're honest with each other. It's flowing. It's not this like 30 group with this like party doing drugs where it's like, who cares? That stuff does not fucking matter. Not saying don't go and have fun and like enjoy your life. But what I mean is like when you're doing that every fucking weekend,
Yes,
then you're building a foundation on what?
and that's actually something that I remember myself talking to my therapist that I was also kind of like the same. I was going through a dark moment and I realized that I was always around people. It's kind of like cool that you said that because that's something my therapist told me that time. She was like, Jeff, have you noticed you're always around people? Do you enjoy your time alone? Do
It's
you actually?
escapism.
And then I started doing this work. And that's actually when I met you that I was like, I don't even want to date anyone. I learned how to enjoy my time alone. And but for you, was there like a specific rock bottom moment or anything that made you realize this is like I need to do a change. This is doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I think that I just like I've gone through so many different friend groups and different experiences and once I've like really started to like buckle down and like really tap more into energy work, learning energy work and also practicing it on myself and getting energy work done and realizing I'm extremely intuitive, I'm extremely empathic, I'm an Aquarius, I can feel everything around me. That's exhausting and I can't turn it off. So it's like if I go to a concert, like I love to go, but afterwards I'm so overstimulated. I have to go to like a room, but I know this about myself now. So again, if I didn't do this inner work,
Yes.
I wouldn't know that if I go to a concert or say we went out to like meet friends and have drinks, it's really crowded. It is, I, I don't, most people probably don't notice it. It's so overstimulating to me, the noise, the music, all the conversations that no one will know that I feel that way because I'm so social. But when I get home, I have to like, now I know, just go to a quiet space, no music, not bright light, and give myself a half hour by myself to decompress, and I'm fine. But if I didn't do the work, I wouldn't. How would you fucking know?
I mean, there's even like actually wanted to mention this because there's people that they don't even know that they are. I mean, there's
Feeling
many
that way.
people like you, like they're like absorbing the energy. Like I didn't even notice about that till like a year and a half ago when my healer said, do you notice that everything around you, even if you're like in a city, you carry the energy of people. So how
Yeah.
do people maybe that they don't even know, like how do you know that like that you're carrying all this energy? How do you block that from affecting you?
So you can't block energy. And I think that if you know that you carry a lot of energy or you absorb
Yeah.
a lot of energy from other people. So for one is meditation. It's like centering yourself because what you need to learn is his energy and her energy and their energy is not my fucking energy. If you're extremely like empathetic, I'm so empathetic, the highest level. I can feel everything. I have like really pure like heart like that and sensitive. So I know this about myself now. So one tool that works for me is quiet in my mind, is a meditation, is working out. But it was also teaching myself when I was a personal trainer, which was one on one, and I did it for 15 years and I had amazing clients. That's when I was like, whoa, I can feel the second someone's getting out of the car and they walk in, I would look at them, they would start crying. Or like they were angry or they were this. And I would go home so exhausted after training 12 people. And my healer was like, this isn't your energy. You got it. We got it. Like you got to let it bounce off you. And it took a while. It took years. So it was through meditation, through learning more about myself, learning more about my body and mind, and also then starting to practice some of this and mentally realizing that's not my energy. They're really angry, but that doesn't mean I have to be angry.
Yeah.
And just letting it bounce off.
For me, yeah. I mean, for me, it has been really hard to block that, but it's something that I'm trying to still work on it because I mean, you don't
Yeah,
notice like it affects me a lot. Like,
yeah, and it's not a bad thing. It just means you're highly sensitive, but it's a bad thing if you don't use tools or techniques. Like you probably could like nothing. I don't care, and I don't mean that in a negative way or like I don't care. But someone else's energy right now, and you know, like he knows, like if I don't want to do something or be around a person, or, like I'm gonna politely either say it to them or say, I'm not going because you guys go. I don't want to go. And a lot of people will be like pressured. Oh, you have to make everyone. No, you don't. You need to.
I hate people that do that. I feel pressure to do
Yes.
it.
And so someone can put all the pressure on me. It can be a room of 30 people. I'm so grounded in myself and know who I am. And also, and I also know that if I don't want to do something, it's for a reason. My body and mind is on me. So you can push all you want, unless someone offers me a push. Other than that, I'm probably not going to go.
And I mean, healing isn't like a linear path.
Healing is not linear.
So what did the first few steps of turning inward actually look like for you?
Turn it what?
Inward.
Oh, inward.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So what did turn in? So healing is not linear. And if you expect your expectation is for healing to be linear, you're already fucking yourself up. It's not designed to be linear. It's it's like walking through life. Like your life is already carved out. Is how I look at it. You're already walking down your road and a bump comes up. Your like projection, it's already there. Right? It's already manifest. It's already there, whether you see it or not. And you're just walking and then bam, something comes up. But as you start to really do this inner work and really like focus on yourself and dig into your trauma and your skeletons and release them. Why hold on to that? Why hold on to negative experiences?
No, and I mean, I feel like yeah, there's people that they get stuck like in the past or in the negative experience. I feel um also, I mean, you're never like actually completely healed. There's people that they think, oh, I'm gonna do therapy 2 years and I'm gonna be healed. I'm
No.
gonna fine
Or
for
I'm
life.
going to go to for a month.
Yeah, and actually, that's something that I told my mom because my mom was like, "You've been with your therapist for like 5 years. Like, when is she gonna tell you?" And I'm like, "Mom, like, there's always gonna be something. I mean, maybe you need to find a new therapist because it turns to the point that that's what I'm doing right now. She was like a friend, but you need to do other stuff. You need to meditate. I did ayahuasca for the first time. I'm like always finding different things to like heal, but I don't feel you're
You're
ever healed,
always you
right?
no,
You're always gonna be learning.
you always want to learn and reinvent yourself and find different healthy mythologies and some might work for you that don't work for me and vice versa and but you can try all of these tools and techniques. I have tried so much fucking shit and I'm one of those that like from a very young age and like all of this body work and cranial psychotherapy and ayahuasca and so much stuff. And at the time, like this is before this stuff was popular. Like this is when yoga was just getting like very popular, like even before hot yoga. So if you think of all of these other, and I was like so fascinated because the one thing I realized from all of these different methodologies and like cranial psychotherapy or table work, they don't even touch you, but it's like they're you shift in your energy, like and just gently, like there's so many different things you realize is like you leave there like a better person and you leave there really like,
Yeah.
so the more you train your mind to feel like that, you want to feel like that. So you got to put in a little bit of that work or what works for you to continue that feeling. And when you don't, you feel off, right? Like you're not aligned right now, and we all get
Yes.
like that. Then it's like you just whatever methodology works for you. For me, it's like meditation or being by myself for a little bit. Then you're programming yourself like how to snap back to where you feel centered and good. Because who doesn't want to feel love?
Yeah, we just did just snap up. And what role did forgiveness? No, you just snap. I mean, I feel like it's not part of it. Yeah, but what role did forgiveness play in your ability to move forward?
Forgiveness is the biggest part of it because going back to, and we'll do a lot more episodes. My childhood's like it's I don't have pain from it anymore because I healed from it. And I think there's a lot of people who don't want to tap into that skeleton or open that closet door because it's been in there so long and because it's painful and you have to be vulnerable and you're crying and but once you start to like release it and get that off of your shoulders and like out of your energy and don't be mad at that person. Like, don't hate them. Hate them for as long as you need to, or be mad at them. And then the point is, let it fucking go. Because if you don't, they actually have control over you
And that I feel like that,
emotionally.
yeah, that does. Like for me, I don't know why. I think my brain, I guess, is a protection that I people can like hurt me. I have deal with horrible situations in my life, even like with my real that anything. But I don't know. There's something in my brain that always I don't kind of like. I feel it's like a gift. Blocks hate and like I will never be like, oh, I'm gonna get out of my way to do revenge on these people. I always say
Oh,
like
I will.
wish them. I wish them. Yeah, I wish them the best, and I will even help them because I know that if I am being a good person, good stuff is gonna come from me, and I want to be in peace. I don't want to be angry and trying to revenge or hurt people. Just forgive them, or like that trauma situation, block it and move forward. Like there's a whole life to move forward that keeping that energy on trying to hurt and like or like
Yeah,
revenge or like just hate someone.
it's
It's energy, it's negative energy in your life.
when you feel ready to release it and you've like done this inner work, then you'll just like start to naturally once you start to release like really dark stuff from out of your system, you're out of your like cells of your body, goodbye. Then, as more things in life occur, as you're walking this path of life and something happens, and it's like before it might have really affected you, like fuck, you react, fuck you, and it's like you're not fucking worth my energy. This is my energy. I'm not gonna let you. I'm gonna be whatever I feel for a second, and then I'm gonna take a deep breath and I'm just gonna walk away. And I'm not gonna talk. And it's just like that's it. You go by out of existence, out of sight. And I have trained myself to do it, and it's not fucking easy because humans are energy.
Yeah, I mean, is there like I don't know if you know there's like anything specific that helps you to I don't know like that or that you have learned to forgive people because what we were saying like I know an example of my grandma. My grandma was someone that she will like I mean my she got that got divorced from my grandpa, but she will always hold like that anger and like her whole life.
Right.
She was always like sad and I'm like, do you know anything like or anything that you recommend? I don't know, like or anything that you know how to like forgive that you've learned?
Yeah. One way to forgive is there's a few different ways. So for one is journaling and writing it out. Or going to the beach and to the like putting your feet in the ocean. And it's this is like the ocean Mother Earth Mother Nature is very powerful. We are a part of it. We're on Earth, right? It's like that's your mother. Putting your feet in the ocean and visualizing it, whatever it is, deepen your body.
Yes.
So if you're like somebody like me, I'm really connected to the ocean, just like let it go, or writing it down and burn it.
Yes.
Get rid of it. That's why people do these type of methodologies because it sounds silly, but you're physically writing it out and releasing it. and letting it go. And then you can change the narrative to not why did this happen to me or was my life like this, but why did that happen in my life? And what did it teach me?
Yeah.
What did it teach me about myself and other people? And then you take that and you use it. And as things start to happen in your life, now I'm usually like, again, it doesn't really shift me. I'm just like, I figure, like I'm kind of, okay, we'll figure it out. Like it's like, I don't even, before would be really reactionary. And it's the same thing because I've learned like, it's the same as like forgiving somebody. It's like, I'm forgiving myself or just like, it feels so much better just to be like so present and not angry at somebody or not reactionary to somebody or not reactionary to a outside situation we can't control, but just like releasing the energy from a person that hurt you or releasing the energy of a situation that happened for you as you really do all this. And as more things happen, you're just so centered and strong that it just automatically goes off of you.
Yes.
Or, maybe for you, it's you like to run.
Yes.
So maybe for you, it's like, I think energetically for you, just like, being so close to you is that it's because you're so intelligent and you do so much that if that's the case, it's that moment for you where you can quiet and let it go because you always come back with like a higher energy and frequency. That's how I see it.
Yeah, it's funny. Like you mentioned the ocean, like it helps you like grounded, and for me, it's actually the mountains, which is something funny that I've realized. Like for me, yeah. So even like the healers that I just sit next to a tree and meditate, I already know that if I go for a hike, of course it's hard, but you need to make the time to do it. Like for me, there's something magical that on doing. I'm going for a hike and sitting when the sunrise and do a meditation. There's something that completely calms me and makes me think clear, happy. Like there's things that you can do. You can find that I don't know. It makes you happy, release any anger.
Yeah, but it's a valid point because for him, he said like going on a hike or being in nature or like water.
Yeah.
And so you know that about yourself because you do inner work. And some people don't even know that. Like maybe, yeah, you like the beat, but like once you learn like that works for your personality.
Yes.
And it might work for somebody else. It doesn't mean, but they might need to find their own path or like, but it's always nice to introduce people to stuff.
Yes.
Like, and I'm somebody who tries everything. So, and I do a little, like if I used to tell people like, oh, like the healers and this, and they were like, what? Like, cause it's so, or it's like my massage person and my this and my back and this, but it's like, you know what? It's like self-care and like from the inner out. It's like, there's no better fucking feeling than feeling strong inside.
Yes.
And centered and like strong on the outside. So we're going to have a lot more, trauma healing episodes next. Thank you, Jeffrey, for tapping into my vulnerability.
Yes. And, yeah, thank you so much for having me. And it's an honor to open up and we're going to be learning more about each other and like trying to help people share our stories.
And we're definitely going to do, like live teachings. Like
we're going to seminars. I can't wait to like do a retreat in Costa Rica.
This is all just to help feel in love, and we're already putting a retreat together, which is going to be to like center yourself and grab your life and self back and live for you. Yes. So many different things and how to heal. So really excited. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next episode.
Goodbye.
Ciao.